Okay, we're going to do some Surd questions and exponential questions. Let's just start here. The square root of 128. If you put it in your calculator, you get 8 root 2. Now, but if you write that down, you don't get any marks. You have to break 128 down into 64 times 2, the biggest factor that you can take the square root of, which is 64 times root 2. For 200, it's root 100 times 2, 100 times 2. And 98 is 49 times 2. And then you can write down what your calculator would give you. 8 root 2, 10 root 2, and 7 root 2. Now these are like terms. You can just combine them. This is 8 minus 10 is minus 2, minus another 7. That makes minus 9 root 2. Now this is just, it's FOIL. You've got 4 products here. You just have to know that when you go a square root times a square root, you get rid of the square root sign and you'll just get the thing inside. The square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. But there's a 2 here, so that's 2 times 3. That's the first product. The outside product is 2 times 2, which is 4. But root 3 times root 2, you can write it as root 6. You can root A times root B is root A times B. That's a thing you have to know about surds. You see, because that's plus that. Now we get minus 4 times root 2 times root 3. That's minus root 4 root 6. Hey, that cancels, which is nice. Minus 4 times 2 is minus 8. Root 2 times root 2, there it is again, 2. So you've got 6 in the front, minus 16 in the back here, and the fourth product, 6 minus 16 is minus 10. Now question 3.3 is an exponential question. When you raise a power to a power, you have to know to multiply. So there's 1 mark maybe for going 2 to the 36. When we divide, I don't like to write divide. I like to write a division line. And you have to know that a square root is really a half power. So it's 66 to the half power. Well, half of 66 is 33. And when you divide two things of the same base, you can write down the base and subtract these exponents. So you've got 2 cubed, and you know that 2 cubed is 8, or at least your calculator knows it, if you don't know it. Anything to the 0 power is 1, so that's just 1 there. 25 is really 5 squared, so you can write 5 to the 2x, 5 to the 2, and then put to the x power. You can multiply. See, it's 2x. Now we're dividing by 5 to the minus x. I'm going to put it down the bottom here so I can look at it. Well, when I divide two things, I subtract their exponents. Well, 2 minus minus is 2 plus. 2x plus x is 5 to the 3x. And there's 4 questions, all done, 3.1 to 3.4.